Hello, everyone, and welcome at the DMES podcast. After everything we have been through, we are great to be back at school and see everything coming normally, slowly. And we are grateful for the safety that we have here in the UAE, and we are glad for the leadership for putting people always on first. In this episode, we will talk more about the school preparation, and here with us today, the school principal, and he will share more about the school preparation and the next step and how they are creating the safety place for the students and for the staff. Welcome, Dr. Michael.
Thank you, young man.
How are you today?
Today's a great day, and we welcome you back on Monday.
We are so excited also to be back at school, and we enjoyed the online, and also we are happy to be back to school and see our friends, our teachers, and learn more on site. Dr. Michael, what will being back to school means for the DMES community?
Well, I think number one, it would prove that just as in general, as a community, we're safe. It's okay to come back to school or just be involved every day with your friends. That's very important to us. Also, we're a community school, right? So being a part of that community, being a part back in learning in a face-to-face environment, we all know face-to-face is better because you get to interact. You interact with your friends or your peers. You have different opportunities of learning versus a one-to-one non-face-to-face type. So we're excited. I've been in the school quite a bit over these 4 and 5 weeks, and I miss the sound of kids.
Dr. Michael, in the last few days, what's the most thing you are focused on?
For us, it's safety of the environment. In these last few days, we appreciate the support of MOE, RTA, specifically KHDA, creating that safe environment of learning, not just in today's climate and some of the things that are going on politically in the region, but just in general. So we've worked really, really hard with our teachers, with our staff, our bus drivers, our bus assistants, our cleaners, making sure that that environment is as safe as it can be, both for them, but also for students. And we know that if you feel safe and comfortable, the learning is easy.
Yes, of course. And how it's important to keep students safe and well-being when they come back to school.
You know, one of the things that's important is the specific of well-being, both the social and the emotional growth of that student or the growth of just them handling different situations. This is a different situation. This is one that the UAE and students in the UAE, or most students, have never been through. We've worked specifically on how we ask questions from our staff to our students. Instead of asking a broad question of, how are you today? Maybe specifically of, how was your bus ride? Or how was your ride to school? And then, how many buses did you count on your way to school? Or tomorrow, count the number of buses. That's a subconscious way to have a student understand that if I see more school buses on the road on my way to school, then I know other schools are safe just like mine. So well-being, asking the right questions of a 5-year-old, but that's different than a 10-year-old or even a 16, 17-year-old. I'm excited to welcome you back.
We're also so excited. And Mr., when we come back to school, maybe you will see some of the students, maybe they will feel nervous or anxious. How the school and the teachers can support them?
One of the specific ways we're looking at support is safe zones within the school. They know when they are in this particular area, we've met all the criteria of all the government entities that they will be safe. Right? So when they see that little orange arrow of safe zone or the yellow tape out of safe zone, they will feel no apprehension. It could be, Miss, I don't want to stand there. Can I stand here? Because it's more in the safe zone. No problem. We want you to feel safe. It could be as simple as, I like it here. I feel comfortable here. Where in the old days, we might put them in a seating chart. You have to sit here, you have to do this, you have to be there. Our teachers have been trained to be much more open-minded to meet the needs of each kid.
And doctor, what is the biggest challenges that you faced during the preparation?
Did you say, can I name like 305 challenges, or do I have to do like 1 or 2?
Take your time.
Oh, no.
Take your time.
Look, everything is a challenge in this particular political climate, okay? One of the things that we're advised on, at least for the first few days, both this week and next, students can't go outside at any point, right? So your PE is going to be in the classroom. Your break time is going to be in the corridor. If you have to go to the canteen, you have to stay in the building the whole time. So those are some of the difficulties on how do we find a way to still allow students to relax in their downtime, but also keep them safe. Another specific challenge has been, and I'll compliment the staff, is getting the single most important message to everyone. And when I say compliment the staff, we had 100% staff attendance between bus drivers, bus nannies, media people, teachers, teaching assistants, admin. We had 100% attendance in the training yesterday and today. I don't know that we've ever had 100% attendance of our people outside of students. So that makes me feel very comfortable that we're ready and we're excited.
And Doctor, we just want to know about the timing of the school. It will be the same or it will change?
So for the first week, we're going back to Ramadan original timing, not the online versions that we had during or before spring break and right after, where we adjusted the timing. But when we were in Ramadan timing, face to face, we're going to do that for sure the first week as we transition back into school times. We also think that allows you to engage in the learning, but not be overwhelmed in the learning, going straight back from online into, let's say, a 7:40 to 2:20 p.m. day.
And how do you help parents feel comfortable for sending their kids at school?
You know, as a father, my daughter went back to school yesterday for the first time. I think I was more nervous than her as a parent. So one of the ways that we want to be supportive of parents is having more communication or active communication. That could be an overall email from my office. It could be directly from campus principals. It could be just a simple message from your head of section. So great to see Mohammed back today. We've done some stars of the week in online learning. We're going to continue that also so that we can share that back with parents to let them know that their students are adjusting quite well, maybe sometimes even excited not to be home anymore and be in the school. And I think that's important for parents, right? And then I would say for me as a parent, and then also as the superintendent of 2,300 some odd kids, when you feel safe, you can learn. In the old days, that safety might have been bullying, right? Even recently as maybe online bullying. Now in the political climate and some of the alerts we were getting 3, 4, 5 weeks ago, creating that environment that you will be able to shelter in place in a safe environment that nothing or anyone can get to you.
Dr. Michael, we are so happy for this school, for the DMES Education School, how they are improving everything, how they are sure for the safety and the safety of the students and the teachers also. Dr. Michael, what message would you like to share for the students?
I think I'll turn that back on you. What do you want to hear from me? You're a student, you're going to return. What do you want to hear from me? And then I'll tell you my overall message. What do you want to hear from me?
We are very excited to be back at school, but we are afraid a little bit.
Yeah.
So we just want to know about the safety.
Good.
How the teachers can help us during the classes, during the sessions, also in the corridors, how the head of section can support us, how the students and friends can help us also.
Good. Even when I came back, before I welcomed all the staff back for training, I was nervous. I don't know that I was afraid, but I was nervous. We don't know, right? We can only trust what has been told to us by the UAE government, and I have a high trust value of them. Every single person in every single corridor, in every single classroom, and every single duty has a specific responsibility. We don't give the teacher 20 responsibilities. They have one. So if we get a shelter in place alert, the teacher has one responsibility, right? And they know what that is. Stand up, line up, follow me, say here when I call your name, and the rest is taken care of. In each corridor, we have that safe zone taped out for you. In each corridor, we have safe zone arrows for you. Your social workers and your heads of section, they have specific duties and even specific questions that they can ask you to help you feel less nervous, right? We even have the cleaners in support of you. Yes? So we all know that once we come out, we have to close the door. We don't make the teacher remember to do that. They may forget because they might be nervous. So the cleaners will just walk door, 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 door. Very simple duties for every single person where no one feels overwhelmed. That's how I can make sure that each corridor and each student feels safe.
Dr. Michael, what message you want to send for the parents also?
We're excited back with your kids. Send them to us. Kick them out. We'll take care of them. Don't worry.
Thank you, Dr. Michael, for your time. And I am so happy to have this conversation with you. And I know more about the safety that you are working on in the school. I'm so happy today I'm with you.
Can I say that I'm very proud of you and also this podcast? Having a student lead it, but also invite me in to talk about it, that makes me proud. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Michael. A special thank to our school, the Bay Modern Education School, for taking care about us and the students and the teachers. And the end, see you in the next episode for the DMES Roundtable Chat. I am Hamad Shamsi.
I'm Dr. Michael. Come see us soon.